Hello, everybody. It is Shari, and it is My Baby Experts. How you guys doing tonight? It is Monday night again, and I am watching this chat over here, and I'm seeing you guys saying this is your favorite night of the week. Well, I happen to agree with you. This is my favorite night of the week, too. I just love spending my time with all of you. How you guys doing tonight? Happy 2011. How's it going so far? Hi, everybody. Oh, my God. It's so awesome to see you guys. As you can tell, I am back in my store in New Jersey, and it is freezing here. Holy cow. It is cold. Well, you know what? Colorado was cold too, but it has been really cold here. We got snow over the weekend. The kids enjoyed it. It was awesome. I'm not loving the snow that much lately. I don't know. I think I'm getting old. The snow just doesn't have the same effect for me as it did when I was a kid, when you used to get those days off. Now, I don't get a day off. I just have to kind of get through it and shovel. So, Joe's like, yeah, really, shovel? You're shoveling? No. Who shovels? So for all you guys, yes, I know. I'm thinking about Southern California lately, living there. How nice, the weather, right? So let me just say welcome to everybody. It's so nice to see you guys again on our show. And for all the new people, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a really fun hour. It goes really fast. And we just have a great time together. There's nothing else really out there like this where, I can really connect with you in a way that is best for me, which is talking. And for all of you guys who know me, I really like to talk, right? I like to talk. So this is the best way for me to communicate with you and give you all the information that you need to raise and have the healthiest and happiest babies and the best and joyfulest pregnancies that you possibly can. And for all of you guys to connect with each other as well. It would be so totally boring if it was just me talking and I could not see all of you on the side and you guys all talking to each other. And I'm sure you're getting just as much out of the information that you're getting from each other and the connection to the other moms and dads out there as you do from the information I give you. I want to introduce my group here. I got Joe to the left of me. Come say hi, Joe.
This would be the left?
Oh, this is the left, okay.
Hey, guys.
And I've got Taylor to the right of me here. Come on over, Taylor. And this is your crew over here, okay? So we have the My Baby Experts crew. I want to say something, and Joe's going to come back in here for a minute.
All right.
And Joe and I are celebrating a very, very special day this week, okay?
Her birthday.
Well, tomorrow's my birthday, and we're not going to say how old I am, okay? But more than my birthday, what's even more special is that Joe and I are celebrating our 10-year wedding anniversary on Wednesday. So we have been married for 10 years. And he's still alive. Can you believe it? And we are together every day, 24/7. And I have to say that I cannot think of somebody I would rather spend the rest of my life with than the person who's standing next to me right now and who has made this all possible. And every time people ask me all the time when they come into the store and they see what we're doing with our loungewear and our programs and our traveling and the kids in the store and on and on and on and on, and they say, Shari, how do you do this? And my answer is always one word, and that's Joe. I do it because of Joe, because he's there with me, doing it with me. So thank you, Joe. And we're going to bring you some amazing stuff this year because he's been teaching with me, and he's got Aw, so cute. So this year we're going to bring you some amazing stuff where we're going to be doing some work together, especially as we get into the new year, okay? And so all you dads out there,
coming up
we got a sneak peek of a new program we just put together, and we'll be doing some live stuff for you, live events and all kinds of things that we're going to bring on.
Two VIPs in the house we got to acknowledge.
Who's that?
Jade and Talia. Hi, girls.
Hi, girls. My children are on. Well, you know what?
It's a family affair.
Nobody wants to celebrate Mommy and Daddy's anniversary more than Jade and Talia because they would not be here if it wasn't for that. So, hi, guys. Hi. Mwah. I love you. I love you. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know me, let me give you a quick background. I was a labor and delivery nurse for 6 years. I was a certified nurse midwife in my own practice for 7 years, delivered over 600 babies, and 9 years ago when I had Jade, my first daughter, I opened up the Birth Boutique. It's a 5,000 square foot store. I'm in here right now, sitting here. Many of you are clients and customers of the store, and I became a board certified lactation consultant to help mommies and daddies to really what comes next. After the baby, what's the hardest part is what comes after you have the delivery. So I have two programs. One is called Simply Breastfeeding, and that is a program that will completely teach you everything that you need to know on how to successfully breastfeed. And I know one of the questions that came in tonight specifically said that, let me see, I'm going to read it to you right now, that she was very interested in knowing, any tips, I'm going to read it verbatim here. Any tips for moms who were unsuccessful breastfeeding the first time and scared it will happen again with the next? People act surprised when I say I'm planning on it. Does anybody have any tips for this person on if she wants to be successful with breastfeeding, what she needs to do this time? You can ask the girls out there, okay? Because let me tell you something. If you try to do the same thing that you did last time and expect a different result, that's just not going to work, okay? So you do the same thing, you get the same result. You want a different result, you do something different. And that's what you're going to find in my program, is something very, very different. It is not the same stuff that's out there. I did not read a book or take someone's class to create my method. My method has come from thousands of people who have successfully breastfed, doing it a little bit of a different way. But the end result is the same. They all enjoy it and they all successfully breastfeed, which is the part that they want. I also have a program called Breast Pumps and Briefcases, and this is for the working mom, for all of you guys who are going back to work and want to continue to breastfeed, whether it's all breastfeeding, pumping, formula and breast together, whatever it is, this program will support you. And this is an audio CD. There are about 20 chapters in it. You want to get this about 6 weeks before you go back to work to give yourself just enough time to get ready, okay? And then I want to tell you about an awesome program that is about to come out, right?
Yeah.
I cannot wait for this. We were in Colorado last week, and we finally filmed my third program, which was the cloth diapering class. Okay, this was the next one that was on the agenda, and I'm just so excited that we got some of it done. You guys are going to get a sneak preview thanks to Taylor tonight, and it's pretty funny. You're going to love it. But we're going to be able to show you a sneak preview of our cloth diapering class that will be coming out either later this month or early February, okay? Cannot wait. For any of you guys who took the cloth diapering class here in New Jersey with Jen and I, it's a fun class. We talk poop for, an hour and a half, but how could you not have fun talking about poop, right? But this time I went out to Colorado, Golden, Colorado, and filmed with Julie from Kanga Care. And if Julie's out there, hi Julie. I know she had some stuff to do, but she may be on with me. You could tell me if she's there. Julie, come on. Okay. I'm gonna make you wait for that video for a minute. No, we're gonna wait for that video. Okay, first I have to announce our sponsor. We have a very special sponsor, and I want to tell you who sponsored our show tonight. Okay, so our sponsors tonight are the wonderful Jeff and Lynette from Swaddle Designs. Okay, the maker of the ultimate. Oh, I can't speak tonight. The ultimate swaddle. Okay, the ultimate swaddling blanket. Okay, this is the best swaddling blanket on the market when it comes to having one that is the right size. Does everybody understand that you cannot swaddle a baby in a receiving blanket? You need to have large, big blankets so that it can wrap around them and really swaddle them. And Lynette is an RN, and she's just the expert in swaddling, and I wish she could be on with us tonight to give us all her tips and information. But they have a wonderful, wonderful site, and there's actually a place I want to send you to. It's swaddledesigns.com/safe-sleep, and Joe's going to go ahead and put that up. Some really excellent tips on safe sleeping for your baby and how that relates to swaddling and temperature control and all the questions that you guys have had for me about, like, what do you want to do when it comes to swaddling and is it safe and all that. There's some controversy over this, and Lynette really puts your mind at ease with it. We're going to get deeper into that conversation a little bit more in some future programs, and I'm going to be showing you some actual swaddling of live babies at one point, right? We'll film some live swaddling in our live class. Who took the live predict class with me? Anybody did the live class where we do the live babies and we swaddle the live babies? Yeah, you got one. Okay, awesome. And then the other thing that's really going to come out that's really awesome is this month, my video on swaddling using the Ultimate Swaddling Blanket is going to be coming out on Baby Center. So you will all be able to go on there and watch my video on Baby Center teaching moms how to swaddle properly. Isn't that so exciting? Okay, so I will definitely send out that information trust me, as soon as it goes up, you will all know about it, whether it's through Facebook or Twitter or an email or on the show. We're totally excited. We have actually 3 videos coming out on Baby Center. One is on swaddling, one is on diapering, including cloth diapering, and the other one is on pumping and storing your breast milk. And I'm just super, super excited to be working with them because it's one of the biggest websites on the internet. So that means that we're going to reach millions and millions of moms and dads out there. And that's just, it blows my mind. I don't know. I can't, it's hard to even imagine. So the prize tonight is going to come from Swaddle Designs and what we're going to be giving away. And I actually sold out of the actual prize in the store, so I can't show you a picture of the prize. But what the prize actually is the Swaddle Designs gift set. And what it includes is one of their Swaddle Designs blankets. Okay, so the full-size blanket. It includes one of their burp pads, okay? They have awesome burp pads too. And then one of their Lovey blankets, okay? Now it doesn't come in all these mix and match colors, but I just sort of pulled it off the shelf so that you guys get a chance to see what it is that you'll be winning as your prize. The other thing I want to show you that they make that's really, really nice is called, Zip Me sack, okay? And this is an awesome sleep sack because it actually zips from the top and the bottom, so you can change the baby's diaper. This is when they start to get older and they want to have their hands free. They're actually rolling. It's a safer way to sleep your baby. And this also comes from Swaddle Designs. So awesome prizes tonight, okay? So what?
A lot of people have them and love them.
Everybody loves them. I know. They're awesome. I mean, my daughter was 4 years old when she kept still using that Swaddle Design blanket because it's so big. It's 42 by 42 square, which is huge, but it also is made of this really awesome cotton flannel fabric that doesn't stretch. And that's what's so important, is that it's something that doesn't stretch so that the baby doesn't get loose and you can really do a nice tight swaddle. It takes the baby from, the womb to the world and gives them that perfect transition. And I just love the company and love them so much. So anyway, where's everybody from tonight? Let's see. Tell me where you guys are coming from tonight. Come on, let me hear you. Oh, okay. Kentucky, New York, Arizona, Colorado. Dakota. Where are you guys? Oh my gosh, look at you guys. Wisconsin, New Jersey, everywhere. Ohio, Philly, Canada, Indianapolis, Nebraska. Oh, awesome. South Dakota. Oh, we think we're cold, right? You guys must be freezing.
Laughing at us.
They're laughing. It makes me laugh. What do you guys think? People come into this store every day and I'm like, go on my show. Go ahead, sign up on my show. They walk into this boutique and they see me here and I'm like, I do a TV show every Monday night. You should go join me. And you'll see there are people from all over the country and they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, like people really would like to be able to come into the store, but they can't. They're from all over the country. And it always makes me laugh when we're on here at night and we see people from all over the country, and you guys are truly my friends. I mean, like I get to know you. And last week when we were in Colorado, we got to meet Kia, and we were so excited because Kia's there. Kia, are you there? Are you there? It was just it was awesome to see you and meet you in person. And now I know you, and I know your beautiful baby, and it was just really an amazing thing to be able to connect on a personal level, one-to-one. And so if anybody is in the New York or New Jersey area and is going to be in town, please come visit me, okay? You can find me right here at the Birth Boutique. You just have to walk in the door, and I'm usually standing right there smiling right at you, okay? So if you're in the area, please come say hi. Anyway, you want to see the video?
Julie says she's here.
Julie, you there? I was waiting for you. Hey, Jewel. Okay, so who wants to see the video? Who wants to see a sneak preview of what we did last week, okay? What we did, we put together a little bloopers video for you here. It's awesome. You guys ready to watch? Yeah, excellent. Okay, so this is a sneak preview of the new program, the cloth diapering class that Julie from Kanga Care and I put together last week in Colorado. Go for it, Taylor. welcome to My Baby Experts. And this, what is this called? Sorry. I've traveled across the entire country to Golden, Colorado to be here with Julie Ekstrom from Kinga Care. Kinga Care. I'm so because like you're like the camera and like you and then like giggling like 5 times and I was like right on the set. So what'd you think of that? Oh my God, were we having so much fun? Julie and I were like soul sisters, huh, Julie? I miss you. I really, really miss you. I had such a good time out there, and all the babies, and some of you are on right now, and your babies are on there. And let me tell you, thank you so much for contributing, because we put together such an awesome program. When this is finished, with the help of the awesome Taylor, we are going to have such an amazing program ready for you guys that we will give you the information the same way as the breastfeeding, where you can go and get that information one place, okay? Teaches you the right stuff, so you don't have to be searching all over the place, going on every website, listening to everything. You can go to one place and you can really get the information that you need, okay? So I'm just so excited to have you. Was that fun? How fun was that? Awesome. Okay, cool. So, let's see here. One thing I wanted to tell you was that we may be having to switch our night, huh, Joe? I don't know, right? How does everybody feel about Tuesday night? We may have to go to Tuesdays for a little while. I don't know. Is Tuesday work for everybody? Is Tuesdays, oh, boo? Uh-oh. Okay, we may have to go to Tuesdays for a little while just to accommodate. All right, we'll just figure it out. No, not Tuesdays.
Because I'm going to count later.
Okay, so let me hear yeses and nos for Tuesdays, because Joe's going to count later, okay?
50-50.
Mondays are date night. Can't always make it. See that? Some people want Mondays. Tuesdays isn't good. Yes. Oh, it doesn't make a difference. I'm home every night. I got a baby. What the heck do I care, right? All right, we might have to go to Tuesdays for a while. Okay.
Crazy with twins said, that's Biggest Loser night.
That's Biggest Loser night?
What do you say?
All right, Janet, listen. You know, if I can't win over Biggest Loser, you know what? then no soup for you. You cannot come back. Just kidding. I love you. All right. Anyway, let's do this. I need to talk to you about a topic that is very, very important, okay? And this topic came up because I was talking to my staff one night, and we were discussing what are some of the things, and you can always count on me, that I'm going to make sure that if there's anything super important that you need to know about, that I'm going to bring it to you, okay? Again, this is all about getting information, making choices that are good for you and for your children, for your babies. And I was standing in the store with 2 of my staff members, and we were having a conversation about the use of fluoride in children, oral fluoride in babies and children. And they were totally like looking at me like I had 2 heads when I started talking about the risks of actually taking fluoride orally. And it occurred to me that there are a lot of you out there that do not have any clue as to what are some of the harmful effects of fluoride and what are the recommendations. And I think it is very important because there are so many children in this country right now, so many babies that are suffering from fluoride toxicity because people are just not aware, okay? And there is fluoride in a lot of different things. things that we are exposed to. For example, fluoride. Let me get my paper here because I want to go over this. In 2007. The CDC and the American Dental Association made new recommendations, and I don't know if many of you are aware of that, but they revised their stance on oral fluoride, and what they said was that oral fluoride is really not recommended anymore. Although some of you are sitting there going, yeah, but why is my pediatrician and my dentist still recommending oral fluoride? Well, that's a really good question. You need to be asking that question of, we have no studies to prove that there is any benefit to taking fluoride orally, okay, to help prevent tooth decay. And as a matter of fact, fluoride is actually a pretty toxic substance. And when you take it in large quantities or quantities that are, too much of a quantity, you can actually get something called fluorosis, which is actually a discoloration of the enamel on the teeth. And they say that up to almost 40% of children in the United States have some form of fluorosis, where they actually have a white, first starts at white spots or even brownish yellowing of the teeth. And, they claim that this is just a cosmetic issue, but really it is not a cosmetic issue. If a child is actually at the point where they're getting stains on their teeth, it is actually a sneak peek into what is going on inside their body, that these toxic levels are building up within their teeth and what is going on in their bones, okay? So, fluoride toxicity can affect many, many different organs in your body. And, I have a list here of some of the studies, and there are many studies that have been done on this. And when we're going to post some stuff, I don't know if I'm going to have it for you tonight, but I'm going to actually post some links to different articles, different on the resources page. Joe will put up for us some places for you to go ahead and read more about the different studies, about the different risks of taking fluoride, and things that it can happen. It could cause increases in lead absorption in children, muscle disorders, brain damage, lower IQs, arthritis, dementia, bone fractures, lower thyroid function. My pediatrician actually told me that little boys were actually more at risk of osteosarcomas, which are it's a bone cancer, when given oral fluoride. And it just blows my mind that when you look at where we get this, okay, the most significant place that people get fluoride is through our drinking water. Our water is still fluoridated in this country, and many countries around the world it is not. But here in the United States, many towns have fluoride in their water, and so just drinking regular tap water actually gives you fluoride, and you're ingesting this toxin or this poison into your body, and it can have some really negative effects in many different ways. And the worst part about it is if it's in the water, there's no real way to control the dose, right? It's like giving a medication, people self-prescribing, and not really being able to control dosages. This is especially important for any mom who's feeding their child formula, okay? You have to remember that if you're using formula, first of all, they're getting it in multiple ways. First, the formula itself contains, some of the formulas itself actually contain fluoride. And I urge you to look at the ingredients on your formula can and look to find one that does not have the fluoride in it. Most of the organic ones, the better quality formulas, do not contain fluoride, but that's one source that they're going to get it from. Then if you mix it with tap water, you're going to get more fluoride in it. There's also something on the market, and I didn't even know about this, but it's called nursery water, okay? It's actually fluoridated water made to use for babies, so they're actually adding fluoride into the water. If you're using nursery water, and that's the brand of it, I would stop using that immediately. No nursery water, okay? The best way to mix your formula would be with a bottled water that does not contain fluoride. Poland Spring, I believe, does not have fluoride in it, but you want to take a look on the bottle and make sure that it's a non-fluoridated water that you're mixing it with, okay? And then last and not least, in the vitamins. And many of you are giving your children vitamins that have fluoride in it, okay? And taking fluoride orally has never been proven to prevent dental caries or tooth decay, okay? So it's just really important that we stop doing this. The recommendations changed many years ago. It's just that it's not up to date. In fact, if you were to go and ask your pediatrician now for the fluoride drops, they'll say, well, they're out of stock on them. them. They're into the chewables. It's not really true. They're not out of stock. I think they just stopped making them, okay? Because they know that this is not really, we're not really supposed to be doing this anymore, okay? And maybe the chewables are still around because they still have a supply. That tends to happen. So I would stop using any kind of vitamin that has fluoride in it. Now, that is just my opinion. As always, I'm giving you my opinion. That doesn't mean that you're going to follow it. It means that you're going to do your own research, right, everybody? Do your own research. Rainbow Light. Yes, there are many different vitamins on the market, okay, that do not have fluoride in it, all right? Vitamin D, iron, all those other things, those are all good, okay? Vitamin D is one really good one. We're going to talk about that on a different show. Fluoride is something completely different. Fluoride, if you do want to use fluoride, you know, oral or topical fluoride, like in a toothpaste, or when you go to the dentist to have fluoride treatments with the dentist, there's never been studies to prove that there's anything negative about it, but there's really nothing to prove that there's anything positive about it either. The best way to prevent tooth decay, okay, if you really want to prevent tooth decay in your children, is to decrease their sugars, decrease their high fructose corn syrup, okay? Because those sugars and high fructose corn syrup increase the acidity in the mouth, which then leads to dental caries and tooth decay, okay? This is what you want to do. It's not the fluoride that's going to do it. It's the sugars. It's the sugars that cause it, all right? What we have seen is that, you know, in the last couple years, high fructose corn syrup is at an all-time high, okay? Tooth decay and dental caries are also at an all-time high. Fluorosis, which is the toxicity of fluoride, is at an all-time high, and fluoride use is at an all-time high. Okay, so if all this fluoride was actually preventing tooth decay, we would be seeing that, and that is not what we're seeing. Some pretty scary stuff. I was showing my staff some videos on YouTube and some documentaries that I had come across, and I'll send you the information. We'll post it, and you guys will make decisions for yourself. And I would really recommend copying these down, like printing them out from the American Dental Association and from the CDC, and bring them into your pediatrician and show them, and just say, you know, what's this about? Okay, really start asking some questions. Anybody kind of surprised by that? Thanks. Joe's bringing me water because he knows I can't speak tonight.
Any of our partners who have a mug with your logo on it? Send it over, Shari.
Like what do they call it when they do the Coca-Cola on a
that carbonated beverage.
That I can't say that. The high fructose corn syrup in American Idol. No, we won't be drinking any of that on camera here. That's for sure. One thing that Joe and I use a lot for the kids is something called xylitol, which actually lowers the pH. It actually balances the pH in the mouth, and that will help to decrease the acidity of the mouth. That helps to prevent tooth decay. And xylitol is awesome. I mean, it's like sugar. You can use it. They make gum out of it. They make candy out of it. They make toothpaste out of it. We actually get it online on a website for xylitol, and it's actually really nice. The kids love it. It has a great taste to it, and it helps to prevent tooth decay. So when they eat something sugary or sweet, Joe will always have a piece of gum in his pocket. He'll say, "Here, chew the xylitol," because it actually helps to balance the pH in their mouth to prevent the tooth decay. Does that make sense to you guys? I mean, listen, this is like one of those things where people go, well, why would they say that it's good? Well, there's a lot of things they say are good, and people are making money on. And Joe's got, oh look here, Joe's got his xylitol out. Here's his spry gum. We could do that, right? We'll do a little commercial. You want to be a sponsor, Spry? Here you go. Okay.
We support you.
We support you. You know, how do you spell xylitol? How do you spell xylitol? XY. Yep. They're asking me how to spell. Okay, this is really bad. Okay, they don't know me. XYL. ITOL. Excellent. Okay, xylitol. Okay, and I think we buy it from Xylitol Depot. Okay, they have some really good stuff. Whatever. There's a bunch of them on the market.
They're Whole Foods.
Whole Foods has it. Yeah, you can go to the health food stores and get it in toothpaste form, especially when you have children that are not spitting out their toothpaste, okay? So if you got little ones and they're not spitting, you don't want to be using the fluoridated toothpaste yet. I would wait till they're at least like 6 or 8 years old when they can actually spit it out. Before that, use the xylitol toothpaste. Let them brush. Using that, really try to decrease their sugars and that high fructose corn syrup. That's what's doing it, okay? That is what's what's doing it. Let me see here. Is there anything else about that? Do you guys have any other questions that came up about xylitol or about, what do you call it, fluoride? Any other questions that are coming up?
Oh.
Yeah, tell me.
I'm looking. Oh, there was a ton.
All fake sugar has been linked to diabetes because it confuses the body. Not xylitol. It's the one that is safe, right? Xylitol is one of the good sugars.
Stevia.
Stevia, xylitol.
Alcohol.
Yeah, those are all good sugars.
You want to stay away from...
Yeah, you want to stay away from all the artificial sweeteners, like aspartame and
which goes under different names.
Yeah, Splenda, all those other ones, no good. Okay, you want to stay away from them. But xylitol and stevia are two of the better ones. Is Jen on the line with me too? Yeah. Jen Morana, there she is. Hey, agave is garbage. Yeah, that's Jen. It's all corn syrup, isn't it? It's all corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup. Yeah, it's pretty hard to know sometimes. I know it's really hard. It's like we try to do the best things. I do the same thing. I make mistakes all the time. I think I'm doing the right thing. I'm following directions. I think I'm like taking all the best stuff, and then all of a sudden, I realize it's not good. But I have Jen Murata, so that's why I get to know all this good information. Jen will keep bringing us good information. She's the one who does all the research. She knows everything. So anyway, let's get on to some questions for tonight, okay? I'm going to really get on to some questions because, actually, let's do the Facebook winner tonight. Want to do Facebook winner? Is Emily, you there? Emily, we have our Facebook contest winner, okay? It was the second part to our contest. It was the winter picture, right?
Can we pull that up again?
Can we pull it up?
Will that be too difficult?
Yeah. All right, Taylor's gonna see if we can pull up our winner. All right, the winner for Facebook, we actually picked. Last week we picked 10 finalists, and out of the 10 finalists, everybody got to vote who they liked the best, and that winner is gonna get a $100 gift certificate to the Birth Boutique. So I would love to be able to pull up the winner right now and show everybody the winner. And that's not it. That was the winner for the first contest.
Gotcha.
Okay, we don't have it.
No, I don't have
Okay, so all right, so we don't have a picture of it. All right, let's see. So Emily, do we have a name for the winner of the contest? Emily, wake up. Emily, do we have a winner?
Was here.
Emily was there. Lynette's there. Hi, Lynette.
She's saying you could give a gift set to 2 winners.
2 winners. Oh, Lynette, you're awesome. Did you hear that? 2 winners. Everybody say thank you, Lynette. Yay, Lynette. 2 winners for the gift set. Yay. Woohoo. Okay, awesome. Lynette is awesome. Okay, do we have a winner? Baby Dickie. It's Gideon. Oh, right. Is he the little guy? Which one is he, Emily? Is he the little guy with the lollipop? Is he the one with the lollipop? The really cute, right? Is that the one? I can't remember. Yes, with the lollipop and the hat. He is the cutest. Go on my Facebook and check out Gideon. He is so cute. That little man. Oh my God. I just wanted to squeeze his cheeks. He really made me want to have a boy, let me tell you. He made me want to get pregnant again, that little kid. Joe's like, huh? All right.
I'm ready.
Okay, he's ready. Joe said he's ready. Not me. Okay. I got my little boy. My little boy's in the back. You want to get my boy? Should we say hi? Does anybody want to see Lucky? Lucky's getting big. Lucky traveled to Colorado this week. He was such a good boy. He was on the plane with us, and it was so fun taking him with us. You want to get him? All right, Taylor's going to get Lucky. He's probably sleeping, but we're going to get him anyway.
Show the photo. There you go.
Okay, good. Anyway, we'll get the photo for you. Let's go through some questions and answers here, okay? Let's hit some of your questions. So we got some questions here. What are some of the all right, so we've got Krista from Virginia, and Krista's asking, what are some of the benefits of swaddling? Do some babies just not like to be swaddled? I haven't met that many newborns that don't like to be swaddled. We got to remember they're coming from a very tight environment inside the womb, so most babies do like to be swaddled. Now, some babies are going to like to be swaddled with their hands up here where they can actually actually suck on their hands, and some babies need to actually be swaddled with their arms in to get them to be a little bit calmer, depending on how fussy or how hard it is to help them self-soothe. But I don't find too many babies that don't like to be swaddled. I actually teach a whole class on this, and it really works like every single time. When the baby's fussy, the swaddling tends to work. I'm sure Lynette can kick in here with some other things that we'll talk about. She could tell you what are some of the benefits of swaddling, and we can see from her. And then also, like I said, go to that link that I showed you on her website, and it talks about, she's got some great information. Oh, here comes my boy. All right. Come here, baby. Hello. Oh, here he is. Say hi, everybody. Hi. Oh, there she goes. He's my little guy who wants to say hi, okay? Oh, here he goes. Oh, hello. Little puppy. Hey. Look at the tail wagging. That little tail never stops. Oh my God. Okay. I'm having the best time with this dog. I can't even tell you. I never thought.
Lucky.
You want me to swaddle Lucky? We have a picture of Lucky. Do we have it?
Oh, where is it?
We forgot the picture. Julie, the picture of oh. Hello. Okay, he yawned. The picture of Lucky in the little Joey's Rumperoo diaper. We put him in a little Joey diaper last week, and it was the cutest, funniest picture. And then you should have seen me walking through the Denver airport with the dog in a sling. Okay, I had him in a carrier, in a baby carrier, in one of the hot slings, and I was carrying him along, and everybody kept looking over, like for a second, they're like, "Is that a baby or that's a dog?" Oh my God, this woman is totally nuts. Like it's my little boy. Okay, let's go on to some other questions here. All right. One question. Oh, this is a breastfeeding question. Okay, this came in from Melissa in New York, and she's asking, does the taste of breast milk change if I got pregnant again? And the answer to that is usually it does change. Yeah, it can actually start to take on different flavors, especially towards the end of pregnancy, where the milk turns more into a colostrum for the newborn. And you will see that sometimes your toddler will start to reject the breast at that point. It sometimes helps them to wean. Sometimes they don't care and they just keep on going, which is fine. You can breastfeed both of them at the same time. But yes, it can change the taste of your breast milk. Getting pregnant will do that. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's a good question on breastfeeding too. Wendy from Pennsylvania wanted to know, I'd like Shari to tell me how breastfeeding differs with a second child. Anything I need to know if I'm lucky enough to find myself expecting again. All right, so I'm going to give you my personal opinion because this is just, again, I have 2 children and I want to tell you what was different for me. If you were one of those people who were not successful the first time, and then you watched the program or you did something different, you got help from a lactation consultant, and then you were successful, obviously that's how it's going to be different for you with your second baby. For me, I was successful breastfeeding my first child, and the only real difference that I had with my second baby, I still had to go, oh, he's crying. What's the matter? He's saying hi?
Lynette's daughter just said hi.
Aw. Oh, she wants to come over. She loves Lucky. Yeah, I know. The kids would never give him up. Yeah. Julie's daughter loved him too. Screaming across the table, want to hold him in the restaurant while we're trying to hide him in the restaurant, in the Mexican restaurant. You better take him because he might be peeing. I don't know.
Come here, puppy.
Okay. Anyway, so the difference for me when it came to breastfeeding my second, the biggest difference was I thought after breastfeeding a baby for an entire year that it would be like a breeze, like easy, that my nipples would be able to handle it like nothing, how it is after you nurse for a year, like you feel like you could just do anything. And yet, it seemed like it was starting all over again. Like it was just as sensitive again. It was like exactly the way it was with the first one. The only big difference that I really noticed was that with the second baby, I knew there was an end, that this was going to get better. Like I really knew there was a hump I needed to get over, and then I knew that things were going to get easier. With the first time around, it's sort of like you start and you just don't know, is this how it's going to be the whole year? And that can be hard if you're not just listening to other people and saying, just stick with it. With your second baby, you kind of know, like, it's not going to stay like this. And that was the biggest difference for me with my second. So, And the other big difference is that you also have a toddler or another child that makes it more difficult to sit still long enough to breastfeed. What I did, and next week our sponsor is going to be My Breast Friend, and I used the My Breast Friend pillow with my second baby, and it was great because it really helped me to position the baby while I was nursing, to the point where I could position her where I was able to even let go and read a book to my older child. So I really got her involved in breastfeeding, and she would actually look forward to the times when I would sit down with the baby to breastfeed. So if you could find a way to really get them involved with it, there's some really good books out now too that talk about breast milk and breastfeeding to small children, to really explain it to them before the baby comes. I think that's really important so that they're not shocked by it, so that they understand how normal it is, to get them used to it from a very young age. I think it's awesome. Let's see, what else do we have here? What other questions do we have here? Let's see.
Asking about taste. Does freezing breast milk change the taste?
Does freezing breast milk change the taste? It can. It can change the taste. Frozen breast milk, and it depends also. Some people have an issue with high lipase in their milk, so that they actually can't store milk at all, and that milk actually has to be scalded before it can actually even be frozen or stored. But for the majority of people, it does not. The taste does not change that much. What does change is that some of the properties of the milk can actually change. So the more you do to it, so frozen milk does not have the same, antibacterial effects, some of the same immunity in it as fresh or refrigerated milk. It's still way better than using formula as a substitute. So it would definitely have a storage in the freezer, but I wouldn't fill up your freezer so you could use it for like the second 6 months of the year. I have people who talk about doing that. I just pumped for the first half of the year, so that the second half of the year I'd have to breastfeed and I could just use my pumped milk. You don't want to do that. Pumped milk is like an emergency stash, and I talk about it in my program, in the Breast Pumps and Briefcases, how much pumped milk you actually want to keep in the freezer. And I talk about really only having about 10 or 12 bottles on hand for emergency use. You want to, the intention of the frozen milk is to eventually throw it out. It's not to store it to keep it used for later. Eventually, you don't want to use it. 3 to 4 months, it's good in the freezer, as long as you put it in the back of the freezer, not on the door. And you can actually keep it longer if you put it into a deep freezer, 6 and more months if you do that. And I've had some people who had issues with low milk supply with their first child in the beginning, who pumped up some milk at the end of their second child to save for their babies. I think Jen did that, right, Jen? Jen might have done that for the twins. I think she had some milk frozen just in case she was not able to pump enough for them. But you can do that. What else? Any other questions coming through, Joe? I can't read the chats and talk and read this at the same time, so
sometimes. Are asking about lipase?
Oh, the lipase, yeah. Lipase is just, some people have higher lipase in their milk, and it makes the milk taste like kind of soapy. And so you find that, like, just after storing it for one day, the milk seems to go sour or bad, okay? What you can do, if that is the case, you can take the milk when it's still fresh, like freshly pumped, and you can boil it a little. So it's like you're just taking it to a boil, just to a scald, and then at that point you're freezing it or refrigerating it. Mostly freezing it'll probably be better, and that can sometimes help to get rid of that soapy bad taste that it can take on. A lot of moms who are going back to work have that issue, and that's a problem. They also asked, like, how quickly does it need to be scalded? It doesn't have to be done right away, so within several hours. That means that you'll still be able to pump at work, bring it home, and then do it once you get home. Try doing that, but I can give you more instructions on that at a later time if you really have those issues. It's not that common, but some people do complain about it.
You want more questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
Questions about using the pacifier?
Pacifiers, yes.
Is it okay with breastfeeding?
Oh, yeah.
Should you be giving it too early?
Look, here's the thing. I think that the time when you don't want to use a pacifier is if you're having a baby that hasn't been able to latch to the breast. You don't want to use the pacifier instead of feedings. So it's not for use to, like, hold off of feeding or to breastfeed your baby less or if your baby's not latching well, like in the hospital or in that first week, I would hold off on using a pacifier. But once the baby has established breastfeeding well and they're really like in a good pattern and they're gaining weight and they're eating at regular intervals, babies have a really strong sucking reflex. It's a strong reflex for them. It's a life-sustaining reflex in an infant. Imagine, babies come out of the womb knowing how to suck. We don't have to teach them how to suck, and thank God. I mean, that's how they eat. But they also want to do it often. It helps to soothe them. And what you will see is that babies will suck at the breast. Sometimes they'll suck to eat, and sometimes they'll suck just to suck. And it's fine to do that at your breast. And I always tell people there's 3 things your baby can suck on. They can suck on your nipple, they can suck on your finger, or they can suck on a pacifier. 2 out of the 3 are attached to your body, and 1 is not, okay? So you can choose whichever of the 3 you want, and at any time that you want to. But pacifier use, I'm totally okay with pacifier use, and even early on if you need to. This goes against some people's recommendations, but again, you're listening to experts, and experts have their own opinions. You follow what you decide you want. My clients are all breastfeeding for a year or longer, and they're not having any confusion. In my opinion, once a baby knows how to suck at the breast and they're doing well, there's no confusion anymore. There ain't no milk coming out of that thing. When they're hungry, they don't want it. When they're hungry, they want the breast. It's only when you start using it to substitute feedings that's not good. And the other thing too about pacifiers is you can remember the first 3 months you cannot form bad habits in a baby. So, if you use a pacifier for the first couple months, don't worry. They can't actually keep their hand to their mouth that easily, so they do need to suck, and pacifiers can come in really handy. It actually helps to decrease the incidence of SIDS. Some of the studies have shown that pacifiers are good for that. And when you see a child that's 3 years old walking around with a pacifier, remember, that has nothing to do with the child. That has to do with the parent who decided to never teach that child how to self-soothe, who never took the pacifier away, okay? So just because you use a pacifier in infancy, that doesn't mean that they'll be, 3, 4 years old, going to kindergarten with the pacifier in their mouth. At some point, you're going to take it away from them. Did that answer your question? Yeah, one of my kids had a pacifier. Jade had a pacifier from like the beginning, the very beginning. I mean, like the first week, she was like, she loved that thing, okay? And she was a great breastfeeder. She breastfed, she took a pacifier, she took a bottle. It was so easy. I mean, anything I wanted her to do, she did. I always say, thank God she was my first, right? Talia came out. Talia spit the pacifier across the room in the hospital. Like we put it in her mouth, and it flew out of the bassinet. And I remember looking at Joe and I was like, wow, that's weird. And then the kid proceeded to never take a bottle or the pacifier for the entire year. Okay, so it actually wasn't that weird. Just she didn't want it. She just didn't want it. So you'll know if your baby wants it or not, unfortunately. Time?
Lucky said, pick a winner, man. Hook a sister up. Hook a mama up. Come on.
How old is he? He's 10 weeks old right now. And he's 2 pounds. And he's the best little puppy. Oh my God. I'm so blessed. This little guy is so cute.
He needs to go potty.
He needs to go potty. Okay, we're going to wait for JoJo's going to We're going to pick our first winner. Okay, so let's pick our first winner. Emily, let's pick our first winner. This is going to be the winner of one of the wonderful Swaddle Designs gift sets that Lynette has so generously donated tonight. Who wants it? Who wants to win tonight? Me. Come on. And you can tell us what colors. The winner is Mark. Oh, Mark C in New Jersey. Marcy. Oh, Marcy. I'm like, oh, I got a guy. Cool. Marcy, are you there, Marcy? Marcy, you need to be on with us in order to win. Is Marcy there? Hello, Marcy. Whoa, did we find Marcy? Yes. Is that you, Marcy? MC Charm, is that you? I was in the store the other day and talked to you. Oh, hi, Marcy. Yes, I remember. Awesome. Yay. Good to see you. She was in the store. Excellent. I told you. Come watch and you'll win, right? See, there you go. All right, excellent. Great. Let's see. I'm gonna do one more question, and then we're gonna pick the final winner, and then we're done for tonight, huh? Oh, how fast does this night go? it like flies, right? Is that the fastest hour ever? It's crazy. It's crazy how fast this goes. Let's pick one more winner. One more question here. Let's see. Okay. I'm due in May with my firstborn, and I could never get the swaddle tight enough. What's a great way to swaddle that makes me look like a master? Okay. So I find that the reason that most people cannot get a swaddle tight enough is because they're using a blanket that is too small. Okay, I cannot find a blanket that will swaddle good enough unless it is at least 40 by 40 square. Now, Lynette's blankets from Swaddle Designs, those are 42 by 42, and they need to be square blankets. Think about most of the blankets that you have in your nursery. They're little and they're rectangular, or the ones that you get from the hospital, right? They're small blankets, and you're trying to swaddle this baby, and the baby just keeps getting free. Yes, of course you can't get it tight enough because it cannot wrap around tight enough in order to do that. So, people confuse a receiving blanket with a swaddling blanket, and it's really important that you make sure that you're getting yourself a swaddling blanket. I also don't like the blankets that are super gigantic big, okay? I need to take a drink again. Oh my gosh. The really, really big blankets have to be wrapped around too many times, and then I find that to be a little bit of a hazard, that the baby can kind of unwrap, and that could be a problem where if it gets over their face. So you want to make sure that it's big enough but not too big, okay? And that's really going to help you to get it tight enough. Would you agree with that, Lynette? Flannel is what the hospitals typically use, yes, and that is definitely good. Yep, awesome. Okay. What are some great techniques to deal with separation anxiety? I don't know. The puppy's going through that too. I don't know how to deal with separation anxiety.
Homeopathic remedy.
Oh yeah, they start that like around 5 months old, right? 5-6 months old, where you start to they start to realize that you're not there. Sometimes even earlier than that. What's the best way to deal with it? I think the best way to deal with some separation anxiety is to understand what's happening. Your baby really needs to be with you, but if you start to get them used to being with other people, that's going to help a lot, whether it's grandparents, going out with them, just starting to socialize them more. People get into this whole thing of I can't go out, I haven't had any shots yet, I can't go to the mall, I can't go here, I can't go there. All right, listen. There's no polio in Costco right now, okay? So you want to go out, all right? Just breastfeed. If you're breastfeeding, you're going to really protect your baby. But watch who's touching your baby. One of the things that you want to do is have them avoid touching your baby. I always hated when people touched my baby. And they tend to go for their hands, touching their hands. Like, cute little baby touched their hands. And where do the hands go? As soon as they touch their hands, what do? The baby puts their hands in their mouth. I remember just following my baby around, and every time anybody would touch my baby, I would go over and wipe the baby down and try to clean them up. Yes, somebody says, ugh, I hate that. I hate when they kiss my baby. Yeah, I had somebody come up to me in Disney World. Okay, this is a totally true story. She was only 2 months old, and some lady came over and she was like, can I hold your baby? And I was like, absolutely not. Are you crazy? She was taking her out of my hands, and I was pulling away, and she got really, really insulted that I wouldn't let her hold my baby. People are really weird. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I wouldn't let them touch the baby. The best way to handle it is, especially when I was in crowds, having the baby in the car seat or in the stroller leaves the baby kind of vulnerable to people kind of pouncing on them and touching them. Whenever I got into a crowded place, what I would do is wear the baby. So put the baby in a carrier or sling and push my stroller, because that way the baby's close to you and you can kind of move away and protect the baby and shield the baby. They don't seem to get into your space as much. So if you're concerned about people touching your baby, that's what I would do, is start wearing the baby more. Okay. That always worked really well. I'd put my diaper bag into the stroller and wear the baby. Plus the baby liked it, and I liked it better too. Now I do it with the puppy, so no one touches the puppy. I'm getting to be one of those weird ladies that have puppies instead of babies, Okay, it is that time now to pick a winner, the final winner of the night, right? Emily, drum roll. We got one more Swaddle Designs gift set to give away tonight. And who is it? Who wants it? Who wants it? And the winner is Maureen M. in Ohio. Yay, Maureen! Are you there, Maureen? Hello, where are you? Say me. Is that you? New mama, is that you? Maureen? I don't know who Maureen is.
Floyd Mo.
You got her? Okay, cool.
Floyd Mo.
Excellent. Floyd Mo, it's you. Congratulations. You have won a Swaddle Designs gift set from a Swaddle Designs gift set from Swaddle Designs from Lynette, okay? And she will be sending that out to you. Congratulations to both of our winners and to the winner of our Facebook contest. We are probably going to be doing another Facebook prize, so everybody pay attention, okay? If you want to get in on the prize, we'll be doing something probably later on this week, and we've been getting we're doing some fun stuff on Facebook, so
What
definitely.
topics?
Oh, anybody have any ideas for topics like that you want to hear about? What are some topics that you guys are like thinking that you might want to know more about? Fluoride was one of them tonight that came up, but I just don't know. Like, what else is it there? Sensitive skin, okay, toddlers. Keep on going, because Joe keeps all this whole log. Double strollers, potty training, food. Excellent. Give me some topics. Vaccines. You want to do another vaccine night? We'll do a vaccine night. I'm gonna have some awesome guests. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to get a really good expert to come on and talk to you about baby feeding and baby food. Okay, wait till you see who I'm gonna get for you. He's awesome. All right, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna talk about vaccines again. And starting solids, sassy toddlers. Oh my goodness. All right, we got a lot of great stuff. We are going to keep on going with these shows because I can see how much it is making a difference for everybody out there and for, just the people who are sitting home wanting to know the answers to these questions. And I've gotten some really amazing feedback and emails from some of you, and your love is totally coming through, and I want you to know that I feel the same way back towards you, and I am very happy to be able to spend Monday nights with you and to have you come back each night. And even if I do Tuesdays, you guys will all come with me, right? If we do Tuesday nights and accommodate. And I just want to say that, this is something that not everybody gets to watch. If you have friends out there who have new babies who you can share this with, please share it, because more and more people need to hear this information. There are so many people out there who are not getting true, good information, and it's fun anyway. So I want to say goodnight to all of you. It is 10 o'clock, and I am tired tonight, and it is ready. I'm ready to go home, celebrate my birthday, celebrate our anniversary tomorrow, and start a fresh week. And so I want to say goodnight to everyone, and signing off for My Baby Experts till next week. Love you all. Mwah. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody.